Paris, the city of love. But for us, it was a chaotic driving disaster. After 16 days on the road, crossing 9 countries and navigating everything from alpine storms to Berlin's precision traffic, nothing prepared us for this.
So Paris is mental. We should have known that.
Welcome to day 17 of our European Tesla camping road trip and our first time driving into Paris. It might also be the last.
This place is like, in terms of driving, it's definitely a free-for-all. There's like hardly any road markings, much more aggressive drivers. The French are probably rolling in their grave because these guys from Scotland are in France and there's so many amazing French restaurants and they're going to McDonald's. We just went through our first toll. €25, 90 cents for toll road.
Crazy.
It's the most expensive toll I've ever paid. Felt really safe in Berlin, even though it was crazy, but here, I don't know if it's just because of what we've read or because we've just got here, but yeah, it does feel a bit more dangerous. We have a cracked glass roof. Now we have a smashed in bumper.
We've just woke up. It's about 7 AM and we're just at a cute little campsite in the Alsace region of France, outside of a town or city called Colmar. It's been raining last night, as you can see here on the glass roof. You can also see the big crack in our glass roof there, which, if you haven't seen our previous videos, check out our video where we nearly lost everything in the Alps. You'll find out how we got that big crack. We are heading to Paris today. It's going to be about a 6-hour drive, including charging to get to Paris. So Paris, you better be worth it, baby. This is our view from our window today. We got a little vegetable garden. The weather is not as nice as it was in Italy, which we were in yesterday. Again, like I said, check out our video where we nearly lost everything in the Alps. We both have extreme PTSD now whenever there's wind or thunder, or rain, I guess. Any of the above.
Or anything.
Or anything, really. So for those of you who have been watching the series, you'll know we're camping in our Tesla Model Y right now. Normally we have a tent. It's called a Tentsla tent. It's basically custom made for the Tesla, not just for the Model Y, for I believe all of the Teslas, like the 3 and the X and the different models. So we didn't set up the tent on this occasion just because we got here really late and there was no point. We were absolutely knackered. We would have to set up the tent, we'd have to tear it down this morning. We've got a 6-hour drive to Paris. It just doesn't make any sense in terms of like efficiency. So it was all Rebecca's idea. I can't take any credit for that.
I had to convince you.
Yes.
Ryan was like, "Oh, we'll just set up the tent," and I'm like,
Yes.
"No."
I must confess, I very much like, Rebecca loves camping as well. I very much like camping, but I also like the part where you set up the tent and tear it down. I know that may sound stupid, but I enjoy it. It's weird.
That is weird.
I didn't think I would like that, but I like that. It's strange, but that's me. Bonjour. Day 19. Gosh, my high school French was pretty bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, is it 58? I don't know, something. Day 19, anyway. Day 19, still in France. We're here. These are the gardens that I was meant to be showing you from my window today, but I was actually showing you the neighbours. Massive plots, very generous plots here. Look at this, look at the size of this, all the way to the back, all the way along here. You've got electricity there. Obviously, if you have saw from yesterday's video, or the day 18, wait, day 19 I'm saying? No, sorry, that's wrong. Day 16, 17, pardon, bonjour. Day 17, day 17 it is, something set. So yeah, beautiful campsite. I just want to quickly show you the facilities here, so I'll just do a wee quick walk through. Lots of lovely trees, fruit trees, apple trees here as well. They keep this place really clean. It's cleaned 4 times a day, I believe.
very good facilities. It's a shame we can't stay a bit longer. Quite different from where we've been staying previously, but I've just look at these beautiful little, I think they're old minis here. So I've just filled up my water. Got lovely flowers as well, very nice. So it's campingberutvert.com. Definitely check it out, it's a very nice place. You see a little drinking water here. We've filled up with drinking water, places to clean your dishes. On the other side there are places to wash your clothes as well. And then I love this little setup they've got here for the recycling. So you have your batteries, your cork, you've got your plastic bottles, you've got your cans, you just pop them in. They've got like little slats to keep it shut there. Plastic bottles as well, paper, bread, you've got glass bottles, and then you've got general waste. And they even have disabled toilets and baby changing facilities there as well. So very well equipped, lovely campsite, very nice, très bien, as they say. So yeah, that's just a wee quick tour of the facilities here. Saw these people have apple trees, so they're right under the apple trees. So their breakfast actually got delivered to them this morning. There's a bunch of apples strewn across the ground. So you actually get bed and breakfast included at some of the plots here as well. I think it's about 8 AM now, so we're just gonna go. It was a super quick tear down compared to before. Obviously it was just a case of getting the mattress down and then moving some things about. Literally, as you can tell, still in the same clothes I think for the past 3 days now. This is not normal, I must say, but it's just out of convenience. There's no point in changing clothes just now. We've not had the proper wash. We've been in the lake and stuff like that as well, I guess, but I need to get Rebecca some chocolate in her as well. Oh, it's very tight here. Let's go into my profile. So Tesla has different profiles. So I've got a profile, Rebecca's got one. We've got a profile for getting in and out of the car. It'll basically move the driver's seat, the steering wheel and all that jazz. So it's quite fancy, quite nice, I like it. I used to drive a little Renault van, 2009 van. It had wind up windows and you couldn't adjust the seats the same way. I went from that to this car, and what an upgrade. So I haven't always had a fancy car like this. So yeah, I very much appreciate it. But yeah, we're just getting ready to set off. I'm just going to put in the navigation now. So if we put in Numa, so we go and let's focus this here. Focus Numa, Paris. So Numa, Paris. So there you go, calculating the route. So looks like we've got 1 hour 23 is the fastest route. Let's zoom in. So yeah, hour 23 is the fastest route. I think there's some tolls there, so it's saying that we'll get to Paris, get to the Numa campsite I want to say, but the Numa apartment at 1 minute past 2, and there'll be one supercharging stop. What we'll probably do another supercharger just in Paris on the way, just to top up and have enough charge for when we park up. We might want to do a wee bit of driving around Paris as well. So yeah, nice wee stay here. It worked out well sleeping in the car. Just gonna hit the road now and put some miles or kilometers back on the car and get to Paris.
Our drive to Paris started off on a high, winding through charming French towns and cruising along smooth, twisting mountain roads on the way to our first Tesla supercharger.
We are charging. This is the first time I've seen this, a wee screen. Maybe I've just not noticed it at the other chargers. We're in a place called Juxy I think it's called, in France. So 2 firsts right now. I guess as the benefits of being up early, it's 9 AM in the morning here. There are no other Teslas at this supercharger, and there's even chargers all over here, and we are the only ones here. So that's 1 first. The second first is, this is the first time I've felt cold, or froid as they would say in French. Yeah, I feel like I'm back in Scotland right now. This feels like we were driving through some like mountains there for the last like hour or so, like kind of skiing areas and stuff. We saw some gondolas and that, and yeah, it was saying in the car, it was saying 13 degrees. I could believe that right now. It does. It feels like 13, 14 degrees. I don't think it's any warmer than 15 degrees. It is pretty cold. Very strange. We're on like kind of toll roads, it seemed. On the Tesla there was like warning signs saying, you know, toll roads, and there was signs on the road as well saying about tolls, but we haven't actually came across the place where you pay for the toll, so I don't really understand what's going on there. Hopefully we don't get hit with like a big bill when we get home. I really don't know what the script is. For the tolls, you can actually get a little tag that's got like a kind of radar thing, and you just put it in your windshield. And supposedly, I've never been through the tolls, but supposedly there is like a lane for people who have these little tags, and basically it just means that you can just drive up to it, it picks up, you've got the tag through radar, and then it just lifts the barrier and you go, and then it just automatically bills you like a direct debit to your bank that you pay like the following month. So I did order one of those from a company called Bip and Go. I ordered it about, it was probably about 2 weeks before we left, maybe a week and a half, but something like that. But didn't arrive in time. I think it literally arrived back home in Scotland like a week ago or something like that. So yeah, we can always use it for another trip. But yeah, that's a wee tip that I heard. But like I said, we've not been through any tolls yet, so if we are going to hit any tolls, it will be going to Paris, so we'll see what they're like. But yeah, I don't think I have anything else really to update you on. It's going to be a long day of driving, like I said, but we're going to get to Paris hopefully around about 2 PM, something like that. 2 PM, 3 PM at the latest, I think. I've just reminded myself we need to complete the check-in details information for the Numa apartment there, so we'll do that just now while we're waiting here. I also spotted these little chargers. So these little chargers here, this is the first time I've seen these at a Tesla supercharger. So these are not fast chargers. This is literally the exact charger that we have at home. So this is like a wall connector, I think they call it. So we have this on our outside garage at home, where we park, and we literally park up, and it's the exact same connection. You know, we pull this little guy out, plug it into the car. I think it's about 7 kilowatts max. So you come home, you plug it in, you know, you go to sleep. The next morning you wake up, you've got a full tank of gas, or a full battery basically. So yeah, that's what we have at home. So quite interesting. Not seen those before at any superchargers, but not that it's necessary just now, because like I said, it's totally empty. So I've decided, as cold as it is, and as much as Rebecca's complaining, I've told her to put on her big girl pants. We've walked from the charger over there to McDonald's. We're gonna have our first French McDonald's, which is actually pretty good. And I know the French are probably rolling in their grave, because these guys from Scotland are in France, and there's so many amazing French restaurants, and they're going to McDonald's. But guess what? We're travelling and we don't really care. We need some food. There's no great French restaurants here. It literally looks like back home. We're just at like a retail park. So yeah, We're gonna hit up this French McDonald's. We've got a long drive ahead of us. We need to fuel up. We need to use the toilets. The car's charging. Why not? We've done our check-in for Numa, which was super simple. Oh yeah, we're all good to go. So hopefully it warms up a little bit. Hopefully the Soleil opens. Why? I've been told to cut across. Don't really have the right footwear for this. I'm in my sliders. Rebecca's not exactly dressed for this. They're probably going to look at us and be like, where the hell have you guys came from? We've literally just arrived. It opens at these hour, which is 10 o'clock, these wee tour. Oh, they've just turned on, Rebecca. The screens have just turned on, so I think we are the very first in this McDonald's. We just went through our first toll, hopefully our only toll on the way to Paris. So it wasn't a massive road that we were on. It was a really good road, but basically, long story short, we're €25.90 just to drive on that road, which is way more than I thought it would be. Like, I think that's ridiculous, but it is what it is. So yeah, we are about 15 minutes from our next supercharger just outside of Paris, and we then hopefully will only be about an hour from Paris, so we'll wait and see how long. But yeah, €25.90 for toll road.
Crazy.
It's the most expensive toll I've ever paid. That's crazy.
After a long day on the road, we finally rolled into Paris. But nothing prepared us for the sheer chaos of driving here. As we got closer to our destination, we crossed the Seine, and there it was, our first glimpse of the Eiffel Tower.
That's us just checked in to our room at Numa, Paris. So it was a wee bit stressful getting in here, to be honest with you. The roads driving are a lot crazier than Berlin, even though Berlin was like a free-for-all city. This place is like, in terms of driving, it's definitely a free-for-all. There's like hardly any road markings, barely any road markings. There's much more aggressive drivers. It's kind of Wild West. So managed to get in here. We've got our stuff in. We were going to pay for street parking because we got a spot outside just down the road, but they were wanting €75, I think it was, for 6 hours. €78 for 6 hours, so we can't do that, and for it to be on the street. So we also had a bit of stress because when we were driving here, Rebecca discovered that apparently break-ins are really common in vehicles, even in parked garages. So it's just really your luck. All we can do is hope for the best. So we're just going to go and move the car just now to a secure parking garage. No idea what the cost is going to be for that for 24 hours or even 2 nights or 3 days that we're going to be here for. So we'll find out soon. But check this out, pretty cool. This is the reception area. You've got teas and coffee and stuff, and then you've got a nice seated area here as well. The thing that I like about, you've also got storage lockers there too. The thing that I like about the Numa folks, there's, like I said before, the same people we stayed at in Berlin, and everything is obviously, it's like self check-in type thing, but it's all coded. Everywhere has a keypad, so like your room, the door to get in, even the lift had a keypad, but it doesn't seem like it's operating just now. So, but yeah, I like the safety element of that. It just makes you feel a bit more secure.
I just don't feel safe in this city at all.
Yeah, I was just gonna say the same thing. So in Berlin, I would say we felt really safe in Berlin, even though it was crazy. But here, I don't know if it's just because of what we've read or because we've just got here, but yeah, it does feel a bit more dangerous. So definitely be keeping our wits about us. We're literally, Rebecca's got an amazing location. We're on Champs Elysees or something like that. Basically the Arc de Triomphe is literally like, the Arc de Triomphe is like over there. The Eiffel Tower is like behind us, like we're bang smack in the middle. This is like the main thoroughfare where all the fashion shops are. So yeah, great location. But yeah, hopefully this parking garage has got space and we'll see how much it is. In here or something. Well, that was a bit of a disaster. We just got parked at the B Park on Champs Elysees. It's pretty like really secure parking. Download an app to get access to it. You put in your payment information, how long you want to stay. You have control via the app basically to open the gate or close. We'll open the gate basically as a car or a pedestrian. So that was all fine. We were charged €119 for 3 days, so €40 a day, so not bad, can't complain for secure parking. But that is a mission, getting down there in the car, in any car really. In a tiny car it'd be okay, but anything bigger than like a really small car, very difficult. So as I'm coming down, turning round to get down to the car park, I heard the tyre like curb the side, which is fine, you know, a little bit of curb rash is to be expected, that is what it is. But I then went and I wanted to see where, you know, how far away the tyre was from the curb so that I wouldn't do it again. I went to roll down the window, and instead of rolling down the window I accidentally or mistakenly pressed the button to open the door, and as I did that, the Tesla basically has like an automatic handbrake for some weird reason, I do not know why. As I opened the door, the handbrake felt like to me that it went off and the car just rolled forward. And what happened? Well, front bumper of the car right into the wall. So should have sent Rebecca out initially anyway beforehand to give me assistance, but I thought I can do it myself, total idiot. So it's completely my fault. So yeah, long story short, we got parked, I went out, checked the damage. It's not awful. The paintwork's obviously scraped up a bit, the bumper is dented, and then the shield underneath that kind of protects the battery or protects underneath the bumper, that shield is kind of bent out of place as well, so there's a big gap in the bumper, so it'll probably affect our efficiency to a degree. The car won't be as aerodynamic, might have a weird noise coming from it when we drive, I don't know. But yeah, now so tally it up on this whole trip, we have a cracked glass roof, which happened on the video. You go back and check it out with the day we nearly lost everything in the Alps. You can see that we've got a big crack in the glass roof. Now we have a smashed in bumper. So yeah, gonna be interesting when we get home, see how much this is gonna cost us to get fixed, but it's part of it. It's part of being out and about on the road. We've done so many miles, to be honest with you. It could have been a lot worse. You know, we could have been in an accident at this point, or, you know, something worse. So yeah, count your blessings. Got to look on the upside. It is what it is. Can all get fixed. So it's just a car at the end of the day. It's just a tool to get you from A to B. And for us, it's a place to actually, you know, sleep in and do this amazing adventure as well. So hopefully, we've had so much good luck. We really have had so much good luck this whole trip. So hopefully that is, you know, some of this bad luck out of the way, and fingers crossed everything is up and up from here and we can enjoy sunny Paris. It's nice and warm here just now, very busy. So it's Rebecca's first time here, but not a great introduction obviously. So yeah, we're going to head back to the Numa apartment and we'll get familiar. I've got absolutely dirty knees, you can see. I was literally on my hands and knees, having a look at it, trying to fix it. I had the old rubber mallet for the camping tent out, trying to fix the dents, but there's only so much I can do, so we'll see what Tesla service team can do. Hopefully doesn't break the bank. But yeah, let's enjoy Paris. C'est la vie, c'est la vie.
After a rough start to our evening in Paris, we finally got to sit down and enjoy some incredible food at Eni Udon.
This is, what is it, mizuku? Seaweed with a goo. So Paris is mental. We should have known that. We're on the Champs-Élysées, or I don't know how you say it, but well, we're just off of it, but it's absolutely crazy. It's Haven, it's tourist central. It's all designer shops, everybody like glammed up to the nines. It's not our vibe, to be honest with you. Even in Berlin, we didn't really feel that it was super commercial like that. The only place really that was somewhat on commercial was Innsbruck, which is quite surprising as well. We didn't think Innsbruck would be like that, but Paris, I guess it's to be expected where we are. But that's what I was saying to Rebecca, is from my memory when I was here a long time ago, there are other places in Paris. It's a very big city that are really cute, you know, quiet, quaint, Parisian little streets, cobblestones, you know, very picturesque. But where we've just been is the total opposite. So yeah, it's not been a great first impression of Paris so far, but we're just going to head back to the apartment. We've left a couple of things in the car, so we're going to go back there, back to the scene of the crime, and collect the things that we need and jump back to the apartment for a wee pit stop, and then we'll be back out and we'll go down kind of like towards the Eiffel Tower area. Rebecca, we're going down here. We're down this and then right now. So yeah, we'll go down to like the Eiffel Tower area, and hopefully it's a wee bit quieter in that area where there's the gardens and things like that. So yeah, but very different vibe. What's your thoughts on it so far?
I don't know, I've not seen enough of it. I think that I'm not into designer stuff. I don't like that. I also don't like the people that it attracts. That's a personal thing.
Yeah. I mean, the French do have this thing, I guess, like no offence to any French people, but they do have there's like a stigma, I guess, just like most nations have a stigma that they're rude. But that's not the case completely, because we've met some really nice people so far as well. We ate in a lovely Japanese restaurant. It was fantastic. It was really, really nice. Great service from everybody there, apart from one waitress that let the team down. But that's what happens. It's to be expected. But yeah, it's a different vibe. Definitely a different vibe. Very, very touristy where we are. I was saying to Rebecca as well, I wonder if like the Olympic Games, even though they've been, if it's like shone a spotlight on Paris and it's kind of like put the brand out there and attracted more people to come. It seems super busy compared to what I remember, but it's just probably the way it is. What is it? A ball made of flip-flops. This is my first shot of the Eiffel Tower, but what do we see? A familiar crane. The cranes have followed us everywhere on this trip. And then as I was saying to Rebecca, I remember Paris, everything is like gold plated, gold on all of these things. It's very fancy. Here we have the River Seine. I think that's how you pronounce it, River Seine. We drove over this earlier. A wee bit choppy looking. It's obviously not as choppy as the Rhine Falls, which we saw only just yesterday. Crazy, feels like that was a week ago. And this must be an addition for the Olympic Games, which have just finished. It's like a seating over there. I'm assuming for water sports that must have been here, I'm assuming. I didn't watch the Olympics, so if you watched it, comment down below what were those seats for. But yeah, there we go, there's the Eiffel Tower. The train is somewhat out of shot. Yes. We've got a nice sunset here over Paris. That's what a lot of people are here for. The Eiffel Tower behind me. It is a cool thing, cool structure. I've never been up it. Been close to it, but never been up it. So maybe on this trip we'll do it. This is a wee bit more like Paris. The lights have just came on. Bit more quaint, bit more quiet. We're still not even out of the thick of it, so hopefully once we move away from the hustle and bustle and the tourist traps, it'll get more scenic, more picturesque, more charm. That's what we're looking for. So you were right, Rebecca, there is flashing lights. Someone's turned the lights on at the Eiffel Tower, of course. As you can see, everybody is taking pictures. Huge tourist attraction. And I believe there's actually a restaurant, certainly one on the base there, but I want to say there's actually one up the top, but maybe not. But yeah, we're out a wee bit of a quieter bit now. I think you can actually walk up it as well. And I'm not sure how long the light show or whatever goes on for, because it was lit up just with the uplighters, like yellow, but now it's got this sparkly lights going, so not sure how long it's on for, but everybody, as soon as it came on, were like, wow. So we've just spotted here, this is a line of people waiting to go in, get the lift up or the stairs, and there's actually security here.
It makes sense.
It does make sense thinking about it now. So just like going to an airport, you have to get checked out, make sure you don't have anything naughty on you before you go on the lift to the Eiffel Tower. And I think there are lifts where there's stairs there, and there's certainly lifts over there. Where's that? So there is. And the lifts are making their way up. And then you can see here, Paris 2024, I don't know if you can read that. So all the gardens are way down here, but it seems like they're all shut off. Seems like they were something to do with the Olympics as well. Even though the Olympics is done, there's a lot of equipment in there, so I think they're just keeping the security in place until all that equipment's gone. So we're hoping to see if we can access the gardens, but it doesn't seem like it, which is unfortunate because that's a really iconic part of Paris and seeing the Eiffel Tower. But it is what it is. We thought coming here with the Olympic Games having been finished, everything would have been gone, but seemingly not, so just have to roll with it. It's cool enough just being here, seeing the Eiffel Tower. Yeah, I don't know if you heard that there, but that's it, the lights are off, everyone's cheering, clapping. It's a good atmosphere, nice atmosphere, good vibe. Nicer vibe than Champs-Élysées, the commercial place with all the fashion shops and the mean girls. Certainly a bit nicer, full of tourists here obviously as well, but just a bit of a better vibe. So yeah, this is the security entrance. So I think you go through this security and then you go through another security as well to get through. They're actually saying that the top floor is closed due to capacity, limited capacity, so just shows you we're here at what 9 o'clock at night, maybe it's even 9:30, 10, I don't know the time, I've lost track of the time. But yeah, super busy tourist attraction, even late at night. Everybody's kicking about. So that's us. We are calling it a night. Day 17. We're going to finish on a high. Just saw the Eiffel Tower with the Olympic rings on it. Super touristy, but why not? We're here. What else are we going to do late at night in Paris on a Wednesday night? Bit of a party vibe going on here. Very busy. People drinking glasses of wine on the street. Lots of...
That's because they have no park to drink them in.
Yeah, exactly. They have no park to drink it on. But yeah, finishing on a high. Day 17 is done. Looking forward to day 18. See a bit more sights around Paris. Au revoir.
If you've been enjoying the road trip, we'd love to have you along for the ride, so hit subscribe and let us know in the comments, would you dare to drive through the chaos of Paris? Thanks for watching and we'll see you in the next one.